ChatGPT is amazing for helping to fight cancer, helping you cope to fight with cancer. God, why me? Did I miss the sign? Is there purpose in this grind? I started making AI cancer songs, like for me to sing and to put my emotions and everything I was going through, just kind of process that into like an art, into a song.
They called it stress, they called it pain, they didn't see her hurricane. Now it's stage 4 on the scan, and she's got fire in her hands.
I heard that music, vibrations, and singing really helped your body heal. I created my YouTube channel to kind of house my project called Chemo Bell.
Put a finger down if your body betrayed you.
I have like over 50 songs now. They range from a whole gambit of my cancer journey, like, you know, just from like the first day of being told I had cancer, how that felt, even, you know, like having anxiety, going through like the CT scan and having contrast, you know, how that makes you feel like you're gonna pee your pants.
Oh, now it's scan time again, holding my breath, pretending I'm zen. Nothing hurts worse than the quiet wait.
I even wrote a song about people giving me like advice and how sometimes it's wacky.
Drink some celery, meditate, manifest a cancer-free state. Go vegan, go keto, just breathe real slow. There's a mushroom tea from Tokyo.
Some of them make me cry. It's like, you know, all the experiences that I've gone through, and like, you know, how much just up and down and everything around this cancer journey can bring you through.
With trembling hands, I'll face the fight ahead.
I think it was really good for me and my mental health and my physical health to be able to do something creative like this. And I feel like I'm sharing with people too, and giving like a voice and like a language, and maybe even like a way to, you know, you can communicate with your family and friends. You can hear the songs and relate.
I say I'm okay like a well-worn line, like a song on repeat, I sing it every time. It's not a lie, but it's not the whole truth.
In January 2024, I just felt like I had a cold or something was happening, like clogged up and like swollen around here. And I'm like, okay, that's probably just a cold, and I let it go a bit, but then it got way worse. I thought I had like meningitis, like my whole neck and my brain was swollen. That was because of my lymph nodes. I had cancer in my lymph nodes. I started going to my GP, telling him all these symptoms and kind of begging him to do something about it. I saw him every week for 6 months. Every time I went in there, I'm telling him, look, no, I have like, I'm super sick. There's something wrong with me. And like, thank goodness I found the lump in my breast. I was rushed into mammogram and that scene, and then it was like bittersweet when he called me and he's like, hey, we think you have cancer. I was at home when the doctor called after my biopsy. And I just, like, I couldn't believe it. But then again, there was a feeling of like relief because, okay, well, now I know what it is and I don't have to like beg to be seen or, you know, just be in a place of unknowing. 2 months later, I went for like full body CT scan, and then the surgeon called and said, unfortunately, it's in your liver. So the plan is going to change. I was diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer. I was like heartbroken. I was like, oh, oh my God, like, what does this even mean? Like, we had a plan and we were gonna, be cancer free in like a year, and now it's not going to be curative anymore. Now the treatment plan is palliative, and I'm like, okay, I don't even know what these words mean, and it's like I had to educate myself and not like spiral into like, okay, because I'm like, well, does that mean I'm gonna be dying soon? Like, which it didn't mean that, but at the time, I had no idea. So my brain went everywhere, everywhere. So yeah, we cried a lot. I had to get mental health help and stuff just to figure things out because like I couldn't drive anymore just because my anxiety was just so bad. I had to turn everything off, and I couldn't feel happy or enjoy anything, but I wasn't scared and I wasn't sad either. So I had to go through numb first, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna accept it.
Hi, welcome to my private room.
I use like ChatGPT to coach me on what to say to my doctor, things like that, and what words and how to verbalize how I'm feeling and what symptoms I have and things like that. So like that's been a big help.
It can also prepare you for procedures, MRI, PET scans, radiation, or surgery, explaining step by step what to expect so it's less scary.
I've been on Herceptin and Perjeta, so I go and get a treatment every 3 weeks. I did have a bit, and it was working. And my liver is clear, and the tumor in my breast is gone now. There's just a tiny little bit left in my armpit. So I did have some progression in my armpit, so that brought me to radiation. So then I had radiation for 5 days straight, every day for 5 days.
Last time.
And then so since then, I go every 3 weeks for my IV treatment at the chemo ward. When you're in chemo, your brain stops working. When you get chemo brain, so ChatGPT can make sense of all of this for you. ChatGPT can just be like a tool in your cancer like team and stuff to be like helping you with advocacy. I'll see the scans before I see my doctor, and then I'll go over, like ChatGPT will say, okay, this is what you need to ask. This is what you should talk about. There's like a million different ways that it helps me.
Help you find phone numbers for hospitals or support centers, research assistance programs, draft insurance letters, organize your medical history, fill out disability or government forms.
Nutritionally, that's amazing. It makes like meal plans and things. I have to sometimes make food for my girls and a separate food for me. So I'll just be like, I don't want to cook anymore. Like I'm done. Tell me what to eat. And it would just kind of just say, hey, do you want me to make a meal plan for you? I'd be like, yes. Oh my God, please. And then so it would do that. It would make me a grocery list. Like, wow, a grocery list. That's amazing. I don't even have to think about grocery shopping. Even like mental health things. That's great too.
Right in the storm, standing tall this time.
I have big time anxiety, and because ChatGPT and I have a history, it knows like what kind of cancer I have and my symptoms and how I'm feeling and stuff, and it knows like me as a person and what I really need to hear to kind of like make me feel better. Like I don't think it's like, it doesn't sugarcoat anything.
I believe in you. Reach out anytime you need guidance, strength, or a calm voice in the storm.
I started going to ChatGPT and I would say, hey, I'm worried. I have this symptom, like this is happening. Do you think I have like edema, or do you think my lymph nodes are going crazy? And it would help me, like it would talk me away from an anxiety attack.
You can tell me the name of a medication, chemo drugs, antibiotics, pain relievers, and I'll explain what it does, how it works, and what the common side effects are.
I do see a mental health doctor. We get a phone call like every month or whatever, but I can't really call that doctor, that therapist. So I talked to ChatGPT first, and it has helped me like so much.
I am healing now from the inside out.
Cancer being really like isolating, and there's talk around town how friends kind of like dip, or they don't know how to talk to you and stuff. But like you can talk to ChatGPT and it's not going to leave, and it can take what you say. Like if you're talking about being scared of dying, or or these painful things, like somebody else that hurts them, like your friend or your parents, and it's really hard to talk to somebody in person and watch their eyes tear up and stuff. ChatGPT doesn't tear up, doesn't get hurt, and it knows like exactly like what to say, so it's always there for you, even in the middle of the night when you can't sleep and you're freaking out and you're like, oh my God, I have, cancer. My life has changed, like in every possible way. Like cancer touches everything, not only my life, but like my family, but it's all centered around my treatments now. There's no vacation from cancer. It goes with you everywhere you go. I feel like I can do anything now. Like I've gone through that. It gives me a lot of perspective on saying yes to things, and not like, okay, I'm gonna leave that, or I'm not gonna do that. But I want to go out dancing, and like a little tiny voice inside me says, you can't go dancing, you have cancer. What is this cancer lady goes dancing? And I'm like, yeah, who said that cancer people can't go dancing? Like what is even happening? So I went. I found like this new moon chakra dance that was going on, and I was like, okay, this is good, right up my alley. 20 years ago, my kind of cancer was one of the worst, HER2 positive, really aggressive and super dangerous. And then with research and everything, they came out with like Herceptin and Perjeta. So I wonder, and like, what's the next thing? Maybe I could see like a cure. So I mean, I don't know about thinking super hardcore into the future, but that does give me hope that that there could be a cure. I mean, my story is not over. Stay positive. You can freak out for sure. Yes, this is a freaky thing. But stay positive, because I think that positivity is going to make your journey like a lot better. It'll make you stronger, and it'll make you more flexible, and you'll be able to do it. You can get through it.
If you were moved by this story, we think you'll also enjoy this one, which we've queued up for you right here on your screen. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the patient story right here so that you can be notified about all of our recent uploads. Thank you for watching. You are not alone.